Before we have the responsive reading, so I thank the Lord for salvation. Thank God that I got saved when I did. I didn't get saved when I did. There's so many fond memories of Sister Kenerly that I would have experienced. Although she is my cousin, not on the Hickory side, but on the Taylor side. So she is related to me. But we thank God for all the, when I retired, I'm thinking back when I retired, we had an old birthday club, Sister Kenerly, myself, my wife, my dad, Sister Rebecca Wilkerson, Sister Annette Burks. We would meet the first Wednesday, and we had a wonderful time. Sister Kenerly was a van driver. I haven't heard that. We're going to add that to the list. Sister Kenerly was a van driver. I was in charge of the vans, going to different meetings. And I think one time I had Sister Kenerly drive the van for me. And we had a trailer on the back. And you know, she came to me one day and confessed. She said, "Brother David, when I was driving that van, I forgot that trailer was back there. Now you don't go down the highway and forget there's a trailer back there. And you go in this out of traffic, that's a no-no. God have mercy on us." So we're thankful for all the fond memories. I know there's so much that's been said, but we truly appreciate Sister Kenerly. I really loved her rice pudding. She made some rice pudding one time, and it was really good. So, all right, we're going to go into this responsive reading. I think I'm supposed to read the first verse, and everybody read the next verse. But we're going to read this the way David penned it. We want to read this the way David felt. I don't think David said, "Oh my soul." No, we're going to read this with enthusiasm and with expression. We want to feel the way David penned this. All right? I'm going to read it first and then we'll go from there. Let's go! Oh my soul, and all that is within me, bless His holy name.
Ye ministers of his that do his pleasure. this time, we'll have the family tribute and the poem.
Only grandson, and Grandma always mentioned that whenever, even the random strangers tell her that I was her only grandson. Is one of the sweetest women, but she knew how to keep it real though. Right? One time I was telling her a joke, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I was dying laughing. She was like, "Austin, that's pretty corny right there." One time I spent the weekends with her. We would play a game, we would see who could scare each other the most. Like a 7-year-old woman, we enjoyed getting scared, but and one time I was jumping on the bed, I was doing something, what I wasn't supposed to do, and she got me and I fell off the bed and I bit my lip, and I started bleeding in the bathroom. She was like, "Austin, you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, Grandma." She was like, "Good, 'cause I got you good, boy." But, like everyone says, the most hospitable woman, so we won't miss her. So.
My name is Patricia. I'm the second granddaughter, the one that was always tied to her at her hip. Before I start, I'd like to thank my sister, Chantel, for helping us take care of my grandma. She sacrificed her job to take care of her, so I would like to thank her for that. I want to thank Sister Robin Freed for writing this poem for me. It's titled My Grandma. Every good boy does fine. Over and over I played. And when frustration would mount and I'd lose count, she patiently would say, "Walk away, now turn around and come back and try it again." Then I'd calm down and hear this sound of me playing, and I begin. Every good boy does fine. Silly games would play on who would marry who, but after she talked of all the cleaning and cooking, our little games were through. Katie, it's time to get up. She called to start the day, but the most important call she gave was when she taught me how to pray. A superb baker, the cakes she created were truly one of a kind. My favorite part is when the trimming would start and the tops would be all mine. Oh, Grandma, I couldn't have done this without you. I wouldn't have gotten this far. Your love, your encouragement, and many prayers, and just being who you are. A real blessing to many, but a greater blessing is what you are to me. I have the love of a wonderful grandma, and that will always be. Love, Katie. Not only was she my grandma, she was my teacher and my friend. I got to spend a lot of time with my grandma. I really enjoyed every moment we shared. It was so easy to care for her because she did the same for me. I'm sure I'm going to miss the late night talks and that sweet voice. "Hi, Katie," when I called or popped my head in her room. When I gave her good news and she'd respond, "Good," or "pitiful," when it was bad. I'm really going to miss her. Thank you.
Being
a stepchild is the equivalent to being a transplant in a garden. For those of you who know gardening, you can't just put any old plant in any old ground. It takes the perfect ingredients. I have the parent part down. I have my biological dad. I'm a biological mom. I have dad number 2, I have Wayne. But most importantly, I have Grandma and Grandpa Kenerly. And the most special thing about it was they never treated me apart from the family, as in A-P-A-R-T. They always treated me a part of the family, A-P-A-R-T. And for that, I was always grateful.
Okay.
When life took me in different directions, I never forgot the moments of my childhood going to that house on Southern Avenue, which I still pass every so often when I come to work in Springfield. I make a habit of going down Southern Avenue. Whether it was listening to Adventures of Odyssey, attending church services, to my many failed attempts at playing that piano. God bless, I was able to sing and play the drums with that piano. We were never friends. To watching what seemed like the never-ending games of upwards being played in that living room. It was evident that Grandma Kenerly lived an amazing life, and she lived every second to the fullest. The quote puts it perfectly: happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual expression of living every second with love, grace, and gratitude. And I did the math. That God gave Grandma Kenerly 2,505,340,800 seconds on this planet. So how many seconds did you get with her? While I'll never be able to see her in the physical, and I want to say right now, I definitely missed her at my wedding. I cherish the seconds, the minutes, the hours, and days I got to spend with her. And my last memory of her was I got to see her 2 years ago, almost to the day before she passed. And I got to bring my fiance, who was my wife. And so she got to meet her the very last time. So that was very special to me. And every time I got to see her, it usually wasn't a long time. The one thing she always said was, I love and admire how much you looked after Austin. And to hear everyone say that he returned that favor to her meant so much to me. So to that I say simply thank you. And hopefully I made every second count spent with her.
It is just truly a privilege and an honor to be related to Ms. Patricia Kenerly, not only just as a relative, but as her grandchild. I love her so much that I actually been praying for years that God would be with me through this process now, because I just couldn't imagine my life without her, and God just was really faithful through the whole process, and He really didn't take her until I was ready. I felt like that was a personal gift to me, that He made sure that I was at peace before He took her away, and I'm just forever grateful for that as well. Although I knew this day would come, and I feared it, I have so many memories that are just as sweet as she was. I'm just thankful for just how she taught us, well, for me, the importance of loving people and building relationships with people. So much so that she made sure that whenever we would come to visit, that we would have relationships with the other girls in the church and be able to do things with them. She took us to some farm and all over the place, Kokai, and not to mention the countless things we did in the attic. It's just memories that I will forever cherish. I'm going to read the acknowledgements from the family. So if you guys would bear with me, I'm starting with her special daughter. Me, Mommy, it was Mother's Day in 2010 when God entrusted me with your care. I did all I could to care for you. As I noticed your journey on earth was coming to an end, I told our Savior that you were the best person to care for. I am thankful that I was able to spend your last night on earth with you. I love you, sincerely, Annette Jones. Through salvation and singing, a bond between Janie and I developed in a lifelong friendship. Janie became a sister to me, and by default, you became my second mother. You welcomed me into your heart and life, and for that, I will forever be thankful. Thank you for tolerating the many nights, the quartet practices, singing off key, and fits of uncontrolled laughter. You willingly shared your cake decorating secrets and offered me a shoulder to cry on at the passing of my own mother. You fulfilled your role as a pastor's wife with such humility and grace that commanded respect from all our hearts. Never seeking recognition or position as First Lady, but always serving and supporting Brother Kenerly and the congregation in your own quiet way. Thank you for your support and encouragement and the wonderful example of a woman of God you gave me through the years. Most of all, thank you for sharing a mother's love for me. There will always be an empty place in my heart just for you. And until I see your sweet face again, I will keep you close in my heart. Love you always and forever, Mother Kenerly, Leah Wilkerson. Mother Kenerly has a special place in my heart and always will. Her love was genuine, and that is a rarity these days. I will never forget the countless laughs we had on mother-daughter trips and how you and Becky would race for the back seat so you wouldn't have to drive. You were one in a million. I love you, Mother, and I will miss you. Thank you for all you have done for me, Christy. Dear Sister Kenerly, had and holds a special place in my heart, and I will forever remember all of our times together. She was so perfect. Isaiah Gonzalez. First Peter 4:8 says, love covers a multitude of sins. My mom modeled that verse better than anyone I've ever known. As a child, I thought she was never offended. As an adult, I realized that she was often hurt, like everyone else. But she possessed an unusual skill. She knew how to just let it go. No person could steal her joy or cause grudges to linger. What a rare gift. Of all of her many virtues, that is the one I admire most. Your firstborn, Carl Jr., a.k.a. Bernie. To Mom, I feel so fortunate to have had the best mom in the universe. I hope we brought you as much joy and laughter as you certainly gave us. To a mother as sweet as the sugar babies we used to share, I say, I love you and will think of you every day. Love, Wayne. Sister Kenerly, I'll miss our rides to church, the long talks, meals together, and just hanging out. I'll also miss eating your strawberry cake and rice pudding. I'm proud that you were my mother. Love, Michael. Mom, I love you so much. You have been my inspiration, my cheerleader, my confidant, and my correction officer. You taught me how precious it is to live for God. Thank you for being a wonderful, compassionate, and understanding mother. Thank you for the fun times, the mother-daughter trips, and all the activities I pulled you into, whether you wanted to be pulled into them or not. You hung in there with me. Thank you for allowing me to make your home a makeshift beauty shop. And you know what, Mom? I still leave the lids off the hair products. Thank you for not tearing me down when I made mistakes. Thanks for always loving our friends and for making our home a haven for our peers. You have left us a legacy of love, peace, long-suffering, and endurance. You were a true soldier during your sickness. After hearing you and Dad pray for a baby girl, I feel so privileged that God picked me to send to you. I have one last request. When my name is called, will you and Dad meet me at the gate? Until we meet again, Jane. When I married your son, I received a mother that I never knew I needed. Growing up without my mother, I became very independent. Mom, you filled a void in me that I now know was the hand of God, and I hope you know how much you have impacted my life. I will never forget your beautiful face because I married your twin, dimples and all. Thank you for your love and acceptance. You will be missed. Your daughter-in-law, Janice. Sister Mom-in-law, I loved you for your sweet spirit, how you would listen without judgment. You taught me how to love my husband. You nicknamed Michael Chip because his mannerisms were so much like his dad. Thank you for loving me like a daughter, Bethany. My grandma was the sweetest, kindest woman I knew and would help you out at the drop of a hat. Would not hesitate to tell you if you were doing something wrong or something she didn't like. She had all the qualities that I would want my wife to have. My favorite memory of her is one time I spent the night at her house. I think I was 7 or 8. She had just bought a box of honey buns, and I woke up in the middle of the night and ate the whole box of them by myself. I thought she was going to give me a whooping when she saw the empty box, but she just smiled and chuckled a bit and said, "Next time, I'm going to charge you for these." I will miss her so much. Thank you for everything you did for me. Love, Austin. You truly lived a faithful life. We will miss your generosity, staying at your house when you babysit us, and our trips to Taco Bell after church. Shannon and Shania. Grandma, we want to say thank you for being a wonderful model of virtue, grace, and compassion, for your constant love and encouragement, for wonderful childhood memories that we only know now were made with effort and love. We will miss your laugh. We will miss your beautiful voice. We will miss asking you questions just to see your jaws move. We love you so much and can't say goodbye, so we will just say see you later. Love, Allison, and your great-granddaughter, Renee. I have been blessed beyond measure to have such a wonderful grandmother like you. There were many times I learned patience being with you. I remember trying to figure out why your Skype wouldn't work. After resetting your passwords to everything and restarting your computer, 2 hours later, we were able to figure out what was wrong. Your camera was unplugged. Throughout that entire process, you remained unbothered and patient. You were the same from the beginning to end. That was her. There everything she did while sick. She was the same beginning to end. Many would have gotten frustrated like I did. You were deeply missed. Club Pride twin, Katie. Our bond started from the moment I was born. My first 2 weeks of life were spent in your arms. You cared for me as if I was your doll. You always reminded me that when I was your very first grandchild, you made a special impact on your life. You made it a point to see that I was happy, included, supported, and loved. You instilled in me the importance of loving all people, and you showed that example through the way you loved me. Our relationship went to a new level when I went off to college. You made it a point to call and check on me as often as you could. You even came for me to give you a tour of my campus. Whether I was dealing with stress of finals, finances, or relationships, I could count on a phone call from you just to remind me how much I was loved. As I grew older, our roles began to change. You became my baby doll, and I got to dress you and do your hair and drive you around. You even let me kiss your cheeks as often as I wanted. And without ever cherished our summers together. Just talking, enjoying each other's presence. Thank you for being my best friend and for starting a bond that will never end. Love you always, your first child.
You know, on social media, you read about some of these girls talking about being a strong woman. They wouldn't know what a strong woman is. A strong woman lifting her over the head and threw them in the bushes. That's strength right there. But strength and kindness combined, you don't see that much anymore. This woman taught me how to cook. She taught me not to sweat the small things. She was just a great teacher and a great friend. And you know, it's a fine line between being a mother and a friend. And she walked that line. She loved the church. She loved the saints. She loved her family. And one of the most touching parts of the day is seeing her sister all dressed alike. That touched me when I see it. And her favorite colors were purple